A few videos back, I was standing here with a little blue sports car doing donuts behind me, and that car belongs to Shaun. Now, Shaun has bought a new to him car, which is quite the opposite, this thing right here, and of course, I wondered why. I had a conversation with him, and that conversation spiraled down to the topic of peak car, and that is basically what this video will be about. Shaun, please take it from here.
Alright, so this is my new to me 2007 Lexus RX 350. So why did I buy another car? Well, the 86 has been my daily for almost 2 years now, and it's done so flawlessly. But after doing it day in, day out, I began to feel like I was wasting good fuel and the car's potential basically just sitting in traffic. It's not even because it's a manual, it's because I feel like the car deserves to be driven like it's meant to be. Then I started to look for a car that can take the load off daily. And this car was just too good to ignore, you know. Super low mileage, 76,000 when I picked this car up. That's 76,000 over 18 years. In all that years, it's been going back to the official service center. So 18 years of service record all backed up. And everything here works, you know, all the electronics, nothing is broken, nothing is behaving oddly, except for the CD changer. It doesn't read anything anymore. But I've bypassed that with a Bluetooth module, so that's sorted. And you know, being an official unit, that's rare. You know, most of what you see out there are recon units. Nothing wrong with those, but this feels like a unicorn that I just couldn't let go. But the more I looked into this car, the more I realized it represented something deeper. It made me think about what people call the peak car era. By the mid-2000s, cars had already neared the basics. You had airbags, stability control, proper crash safety. The engines were proven, the electronics were relatively mature, but they hadn't gone overboard with intrusive systems or endless bongings like cars of today. And look at the design. It's clean, the proportions are honest, there's no oversized grille, no fake vents or fake exhaust. And I'd say that it has withstood the test of time. Inside, there's no giant screen that needs a software update. Everything is simple, the controls still work up to today. And the comfort. That's something people overlook when they talk about progress. Mercedes-Benz S-Class from 2 decades ago already had that magic carpet ride. Even this RX rides better than many SUVs today, which isn't surprising when you think about it. Most new SUVs today are trying to be sporty, comfortable and capable all at once, but in doing so, they end up compromising somewhere, and that's usually comfort. So in terms of ride quality, I'd say we haven't really progressed much since then. It also gives me that over-engineered vibe, you know? The doors still shut solid after 18 years, the plastics haven't cracked and the leather is still in good shape. You get the sense that this was built to last. And here's something most people don't know. The Harrier, which is this car's twin, was actually the first production car in the world to use a millimeter wave radar for pre-collision warning. It just shows how much thought and engineering actually went into cars of that era. Everything was about making lives easier and safer for the driver, not intrusive. And it wasn't just Lexus. BMW had the 3 Series E46, the 5 Series E39, which are still my favorite BMW still today. Audi launched the R8 and subsequently the Audi A4, which brought daytime running light to the mainstream. Cars back then had identity. They knew what they wanted to be. And there was enough safety and tech to feel modern, but still solid, pure and reliable. That's why so many of them like this RX are still relevant today. Of course, even with a find like this, it's still an 18-year-old car. There was no tint at all, the rear glass had watermarks, there's no dash cam, and the wipers were worn. And since this video is made in collaboration with Trapo, I brought the RX in for the GetFirst package. It's designed for owners like me who want to sort everything out in one go, a kind of one-stop shop for both new and used cars. They started with a tint. Trapo fitted their Dfend security tint, a 4mm thick film that not only keeps the heat out but also reinforces the glass. is designed to resist shattering, so in the event of a break-in or accident, the glass stays intact. QuikShield cracked the paint and added a graphene coating for long-term protection. The rear windshield was polished to remove the watermarks, and all of the glasses were coated to help the rain slide off. Then a new dashcam went in, the S650 with HDR recording and ADAS alerts. New classic mats replaced the old ones, custom cut to fit perfectly, and fresh wipers rounded things off. How much? The GetFirst package starts from 99 ringgit a month, and with the add-ons that I picked, it came up to 146 ringgit per month, plus 563 ringgit for the dashcam. In honesty, the real value wasn't the number, it was the convenience. Getting everything refreshed in one place instead of spending extra time running around different shops was, to me, worth it. So that's the RX refresh, and to me, it came from an era that made me realize we might have already reached peak car. What do you think? Was this really peak car? Or should we save that for a proper Archeep automotive deep dive? Let us know in the comments.